Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland Reviewer, and I'm here to review Saint Maud. And A24 is back, and this is streaming on Epix. But I'm so excited this film finally came out. Between this and The Green Knight, there were two A24 films that I had such high hopes for, and then obviously we had to wait so long to get them. And being a huge fan of A24 horror films, whether it comes at night, Hereditary, Midsummer, The Witch, The Lighthouse, where does Saint Maud fall in that? It's not the strongest out of those films, but there's a lot going for it. And you have writer-director Rose Glass, who put this film together. And this focuses on a young nurse who's very religious, like intensely religious, has Jesus on her wall, and believes in punishment and pain in terms of making sure that you're keeping to your faith. And she's taking care of this older, sickly woman. And boy, do weird things happen in this movie. It's probably the best way to put it. This is a strange film, shocking film, and Glass is able to really pump up the suspense and the tension and just the unnerving atmosphere that surrounds this film as you get some disturbing body horror. You get this forced punishment upon herself that Maud does to herself. She gets into these weird situations, she has these strange visions, and this leads all the way up to an unbelievably shocking and disturbing finale. This film is a strange mix of beauty and disturbing, disgusting visuals. And the body horror is disturbing and unnerving, and I know this is given away in the trailer, but like her punishing herself by putting these spiked pads in her shoes, and the sound design when she puts down and you can hear them going right into her feet, and you're just like, no thank you. Or at least I was. Don't like needles, don't like sharp objects. And this film is a little loose in story. It's an hour and 25 minutes of a lot of looseness. It does have some deep religious themes. And what doesn't make a horror film better than some like deep-seated religious issues? But it rides a lot on this character and her religious beliefs, and not as much on narrative. And it feels like it could be dragging a bit. And for an hour and 25-minute film, like there's a lot of great ideas, but it doesn't always come together feeling like this is a cohesive, impactful story. But the atmosphere is so great, it does make up for it in many ways. And what goes along with that is you have the cinematography for this film. And there you have Ben Fordsman, who did The End of the Effing World on Netflix. And you can see the similarities in the cinematography, and it has that same kind of just dark, disturbing vibe to everything. So that makes sense. And this film uses uncomfortable Dutch angles and long shots and how it's framed and like little bits of like special effects that are very effective in conveying the disturbing nature of the things that this film is portraying. You have the music, everything. From a technical standpoint, Glass and the rest of her team are able to create something really special here. And then you have Morfydd Clark, who plays Maud, who just is a committed, unnerving performance, who you believe everything. She goes all in into this role. She is as religiously committed to this performance as Maud is religiously committed to her own religion. And that's why it works so well in this film. And you have Jennifer Ale, who plays Amanda, the woman that she's taking care of, who gives a fine performance. You have very disturbing and unnerving moments between the two of them, especially as this film runs to its climax. And this is a messed up film that's going to challenge you and your feelings on a lot of things. but I think it's worth checking out, and especially if like you're a cinephile who appreciates A24 horror films, I think you'll definitely get enough out of Saint Maud. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.